We are looking at question number 6, and this question is about metals. So remind yourself, when it comes to metals, they have high melting and boiling points. They are good conductors of electricity and heat, and they conduct electricity in molten as well as in solid state. And one last bit that you have to keep in mind is different metals have different reactivity, which can be determined based on the reactions with water or acid, or even using displacement reactions. The question says, table 3 shows information about 4 substances. So we've been given 4 substances, A, B, C, D, melting point, boiling point, and whether it conducts electricity in solid or in liquid state. It says which substance could be a metal. So when it comes to the melting point, it should have high melting point. When it comes to the boiling point, it should have high boiling point. When it comes to metal conducting electricity, it will conduct electricity in solid state as well as in liquid state. Which of these given options align with these 4 statements? So you can see here you have low melting point, can't be true. We can say this is fine. This one can't be true. This is fine. This is fine. This meets the condition. This meets the condition. Meets the condition. Meets the condition. Wrong, wrong, right, wrong. This one is wrong, right, right, and wrong. So there's only one option that has all ticks, and that is C. So my answer is C. Next part says, explain why alloys are harder than pure metals. So first thing we have to identify is the difference between alloys and pure metal. In pure metal, all atoms will be of same type, and they will be arranged in the form of layers, so the layers can slide over. When it comes to the alloy is basically, it's a mixture. So when you have a mixture, now the atoms involved are not of the same type, so they'll have different sizes. As a result of that, your layers will be distorted, and because of that reason, the layers can't slide over each other, and that's what we have to say. So when it comes to alloys, we can say number 1, atoms are of different sizes. Number 2, we will say layers are distorted. And because of these 2 reasons, we'll have to say layers can't slide over each other. Therefore, layers can't slide over each other. Last part of question number 6 involves a bit of reading. So you have to make sure while you're reading, you're trying to make use of the data that is given to you. So annotation is very, very important. Here it says a student wants to compare the reactivity of an unknown metal Q with that of zinc. So there are 2 metals, Q, which is not known, and the other metal is zinc. And we want to determine whether the given metal Q is more reactive than zinc or less reactive than zinc. So one method could be, let's read the method that the student has used. Here it says both metals are more reactive than silver. Now this is an important statement because it tells us that both will displace silver from its compound. So if you have a solution of silver, and if you add metal to it, then the metal will displace silver, and silver will come out as a solid metal. Here it says the student is provided with silver nitrate solution. Number 1, metal Q powder, zinc powder, a thermometer. Now, why do we use thermometer? Ask yourself. This is to measure temperature. Then a normal lab equipment, no other chemicals are available. It says describe a method the student could use to complete. It says describe a method the student could use to compare the reactivity of metal Q with that of zinc. Your method should give valid results. So what I will do in this case is I'll take 2 test tubes. And I'll say in the first one, I'll have 15 centimeter cube of 1.0 mole per dm cube silver nitrate. I'll have the same thing in this test tube as well. I'll say 15 centimeter cube of 1.0 mole per dm cube silver nitrate solution. Then I will add, let's say, 2 grams of zinc. Here I'll add 2 grams of metal cube. Once I do this, what I will then do is I will add a thermometer. This is my thermometer. And then I'll record the temperature. I'll say record using thermometer temperature. Rather than saying temperature, we can say maximum temperature. And then we will say one with high temperature is more reactive metal. Now you might be thinking, I have drawn the diagram and then I've explained, and that's absolutely fine. So in exam, if you take this approach, that's absolutely fine. This will still get you full marks.